Glad you are back. If you're looking to do some good, there are plenty of options available to you right here in Metro Atlanta. Joe Labriola is from Second Helpings Atlanta. Thank you so much for joining us, and tell us what Second Helpings is all about.
Second Helpings Atlanta is a food rescue organization, and our mission is to eliminate hunger in the Metro Atlanta area. So we act as the connection between organizations that have surplus food. So think grocery stores, restaurants, caterers, employee dining halls, farmers markets, and the frontline agencies that feed the hungry on a daily basis.
There's so much waste in our city, so much need, but so much waste as well.
Absolutely, Karen. 1 in 5 Georgians live in a food insecure environment where they're just not quite sure where that next meal is going to come from. In the summertime, parts of Atlanta, 4 out of 5 children are further exposed because they no longer have access to school meal programs. Couple that with the enormous food waste that goes on in this country. 40% of all food that's produced in the U.S. every year is never consumed.
How is that possible, Joe?
Well, it boggles your mind to think that. That food, the value of that food has been estimated at about $165 billion. And so what we're particularly blessed about is that we're able to rescue a portion of that food. And it allows us to provide the agencies that are either soup kitchens or food pantries with the resources they need to serve their constituents.
Well, it's amazing to see all the help that you are getting. So many restaurants that are very willing to come to you and say, you know what, we do have some things that, bread, things that you would never think of that they're going to throw away. How does that work? How do you contact them?
We have a group of very passionate volunteers that do the outreach to donors. Oftentimes there's a level of education required in the problem that we're trying to solve, but what we're finding is a lot of our donors, their customers are asking them what do they do with the food that they're taking off the shelves. And so for them to be able to say, we're working with a food rescue organization, this food is being donated to the following agencies, and here's the impact that we're having in our own community, is something that plays very well with their customers.
So is that something we should all do? If there's a restaurant, if there's somewhere we frequent, a grocery store, ask them, go to the manager and say, what do you do with the food that's not purchased or used? Absolutely.
Oftentimes people don't know that there are resources like Second Helpings Atlanta that are available to help them deal with that surplus food. And one of the other things we do, we have a volunteer army of about 400 drivers that rescue this food for us each and every week. And so we use our 90-minute model where we match a route to a driver that allows them to get from their home to the agency to pick the food up, to drive to the organization that's going to distribute it to the hungry, and then get back home in 90 minutes or less. And we believe everybody can give 90 minutes a month to feed the hungry.
Absolutely. And Joe, I'm going to quickly get into 2 more things because we're running out of time, but you really want people to get out and help and make a difference. How can they get to you?
If you go to our website, secondhelpingsatlanta.org, go to the volunteers page. There's a single button for you to click. It'll connect you with our volunteer coordinator, and then we will start the onboarding process. Another thing that's really important, we are finding more and more young families are involving their children in this activity. If you visit our Facebook page, you'll see great pictures of children in action. I think this is a great way to expose them to the value of giving back to those less fortunate. And what we're hoping is that those parents are really training the volunteers for tomorrow.
Of our future. Joe Labriola, thank you so much. Awesome job.
Thank you.
Second Helpings of Atlanta, thank you so much for joining us for this edition of Public Affairs on Peach. We'd love for you to join in the conversation, or if you have a topic you'd like to see us cover, let us know. Send us an email to publicaffairs@cbs46.com. And be sure to like Public Affairs on Peach on Facebook. There we post our upcoming episodes and we ask for your feedback. That's it for this week's edition, Public Affairs on Peach. We'll see you back here next Saturday morning. Have a good one, and contact some of these organizations, pebbletossers.org.